Hello, everyone. Welcome. We welcome you today to the second live stream as we are going through the second principle in NeuroGraphica. I welcome you to the world of NeuroGraphica, a wonderful group where we discuss NeuroGraphica, we draw NeuroGraphica, we practice, and we have fun with NeuroGraphica. My name is Lana. Shalom. I am a certified instructor and coach in NeuroGraphica. I am a supervisor at the course in NeuroGraphica. I am one of the co-founders of the world of NeuroGraphica. My wonderful partner is Margarita Miller, and we lead this wonderful group for about a year already. And we welcome you today to the second session. Today, I'm going to discuss with you the second principle in NeuroGraphica that we call, let's turn on our presentation. I would like to say, while I remember, if you have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, you're welcome to comment under this live video. I will be happy to read it and to see what we can do, because we enjoy bringing a series of live sessions to you, and we would like to hear what would you be interested in learning more about NeuroGraphica. Right now we're going through the 10 principles. Later on, maybe we'll go through the 7 steps in NeuroGraphica. You know, if that's something you would be interested in, or would it be something else? So I welcome you again to the series about the 10 principles in NeuroGraphica. What we are learning today is the second principle. Last time, we actually learned the first principle was image integrates meanings. That was 2 days ago, and we discussed how various images can bring various understanding, meanings, images, visualization, association within a person. Today we're going to go deeper into what are meanings, okay? What are meanings that we're discussing here? So when we say meanings contain states of mind, the first thing I would like to discuss with you is the word meanings. When we say meanings, what do we mean? Meanings is actually how we live our life. Meanings is what we are looking in life, what we are looking to attain, what we're looking to achieve. But moreover than that, even before we go to the future, even before we start thinking, what do I want to achieve? We have our past, and the meaning of anything brings a phenomenological state from within us. Let's go into an example. Right? If we take the word job, J-O-B, work, it may bring various meanings from within us. It may mean working, it may mean earning money or making a living. For some people, it may mean creating or enhancing. Let's say people who are doctors or paramedics, that word would mean saving lives, right? People who are scientists, for them, the word job or work would mean finding answers and solutions to posed questions, right? So the one word, this one word, job, contains various meanings. And the very first reaction we have is when we hear the word, and that's what we discussed in last session, is that one word can bring various meaning, various associations from within us. In the second part, in the second step, what we're trying to figure out is, can we control, can we decide? When we have kids, right? When we were kids are taught meanings to words and items in their life by adults around them, right? When a child is growing up, they learn that flower is something you can look at, it's something beautiful, it's something you can smell, right? They actually taught meanings to each and every item within their world. When we start growing up, we start attaching items to certain words, right? So the word flower is associated with the meaning that we were given, we were taught to the item specifically, to the actual flower. So the word flower is actually an image association with the actual item, with the actual possibility of flower, right? Of seeing flower or holding them or smelling them. As we grow up, we start learning that there are images, that there are associations, that we have words. Words bring images. Images bring meanings. When we become adults, adults learn to bring their own meanings to items around them. And that's based upon their past experience, associations, images, knowledge, learning, right? Again, the word job can mean something boring and, something that person has to do, right? Oh, I have to go to my job 9 to 5, right? To some people, the word job may be something very exciting. They get up and they can't wait to go to work, If they're ballerinas, they can't wait to learn new dance moves and maybe performance, right? If they're artists, right, or in performance, or like I said before, if they're scientists, they're interested in figuring out, an answer, a solution to a certain question they have. They're mathematicians, they're looking for solution to some, mathematical equations. If they're scientists, they're going and they're conducting this experiment and they're looking for something, they're searching, they're on their quest. But the meaning we attach to a certain word, a certain image is an adult can learn to do that now. I would like to bring a different association, even a different, further meaning. Conscious adults learn to decide what meaning they want to bring to a certain word or a certain image in their life. And this is where we are now. This is what we do in NeuroGraphica. NeuroGraphica, when we draw NeuroGraphica, we decide upon the meanings. We decide that what meaning do we want to choose to attach to a specific quest, to a specific image we have in front of us, right? And we have a choice of what meaning, what effect we have. If you remember last time when we did this exercise, it's called brainstorming, where we write everything down, right? That's how we discover what are the meanings within us, right? What do we have within us? A conscious person, if I ask, what would you like to achieve? Let's say if a person has a quest or a goal to find a new job, what I would say, let's say when I lead a coaching session, I ask, what would you like to achieve with this goal? Why do you want to attain this goal? Why do you want to reach it? Now, a conscious person would choose happiness, joy, fun, interest, family, creativity, beauty, healing, many, many various choices. But sometimes I see that a lot during the sessions. People choose sadness, pain, contemplation, maybe some past memory. Sometimes they go into some traumatic or stressful situation they experienced. And this is what we learn to do. We learn to take a situation that you already have and figure out, is that something that will bring us to a good solution, to a good kind of effect in our life, or not necessarily? This is what we learn in NeuroGraphica, specifically during the basics course, which we start this coming Sunday. We learn to pay attention to what our thoughts are, to what our emotions are, and to what our body sensations. This brings more awareness of what we have within us already. And then we learn to choose what is better or what is best for us for the future. We learn to bring a better future to us. We learn to remove the limitation within us first, and that limitation within us that's disappearing, that gets transformed, will bring transformation from within, outside of us, within our environment. Again, this is what we learn at the very basics course. It's interesting to note when we draw NeuroGraphica, we learn to go deeper and deeper within our consciousness first, then subconscious, then unconscious. We discussed this during the pyramid of consciousness. You're welcome to find, I have 2 or 3 videos on that on my YouTube channel, Lana Shalom. If you go to YouTube, you can just write my name and you will get access to my channel where I have, I believe, 2 or 3 cohorts where I did an open session on the pyramid of consciousness. And you're welcome to watch that, to learn to understand how, when we draw NeuroGraphica, we'll go deeper within our consciousness. And as we go deeper in within subconscious, unconscious, we start uncovering what is hidden within us. It doesn't always come readily. It doesn't always come openly. But we start looking for it. We start discovering the archetypes within us and the meanings that we have for them. And then we transform the certain emotions or thoughts that we uncover. We start transforming them during each step of NeuroGraphica. Specifically, the very first step happens when we do the brainstorming. If you remember, and we're going to practice this now again. When we do the brainstorming, we start seeing what are the thoughts that are within us. Then we start transforming them into what would be the best possible way on the absolute level. What is an absolute level? The absolute level is that ideal version of who we are. And when I say ideal, I don't necessarily mean on a human term, but rather on a supernatural, on our deep unconscious or deep, level that our soul knows. The soul, when we go deeper within the soul, when we reach the highest level of within our unconscious, we reach the deeper essence of who we are, of what we are here to do. Why are we here in this world? Isn't that the question each person contemplates with at a certain time in their life, right? Why am I here? Why am I doing this job? Why do I have this family, right? I have a lot of clients who ask me, why did I get this husband? Or why did I get, these kids that are born a certain way? They have certain personalities, they have certain traits. Why? When you learn to go deep within yourself, and it's not always possible on a conscious level, a lot of times people achieve this from a very long period of time when they practice meditation, various integrative practices. People learn how to go within their soul. I have a client who was telling me that I don't like to meditate because then it starts bringing me thoughts that I don't want to feel or hear or experience. And I teach them that that is what we achieve when we do meditation or various integrative practices that I teach during, that I use during the coaching sessions. And that's what we learn to do. We learn how to get to know ourselves and be comfortable with it. In NeuroGraphica, we do that. We learn how to hear our thoughts, listen to them, accept them, bring them in, and then start understanding, is this the thought that I'm comfortable with? Is this what I would like to bring into my goal, into my life? Am I comfortable living with this thought, with this, maybe affirmation, with this kind of thinking or idea? Or do I want to change it? I'm going to transfer my camera and I'm inviting you to take a piece of paper, okay? And let's practice that. Okay, we're going to practice. One second, let me transfer my camera. Okay. Give me a second, I just want to make sure. Go to Facebook Live, see if there's any messages. 1 second. Okay. So no comments, no messages, which is good too. I know a lot of people are busy now. They usually watch this in recordings. And I do, by the way, appreciate all of your comments, all of your notes, all of your mentions. I'm very glad to start doing this. I'm very glad to start bringing opening up parts of NeuroGraphica that usually are gone through quickly or, not so contemplated upon. I think this is so important for us to fully understand what does NeuroGraphica do, why do we learn to draw NeuroGraphic, and how we can start, bringing transformation into our life, because that is the major objective of why we draw and why we do this. Okay, so I'm going to transfer my camera and let's start. Let's start the practice, okay? Because I have explained a lot of interesting things to you. And I would like to kind of show you, right? Because we know NeuroGraphica is not just a philosophy. NeuroGraphica is a very valuable, and I would even say quite successful practice that I've been practicing since 2017. And once I discovered it, I truly did fell in love with it. Found it to be quite interesting and fascinating. So, yeah, doing this. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, again, let's discuss what meanings are. Because the second principle says that meanings contain states of mind. And this is what I would like to discuss with you, would like to show you how when we have a meaning, it goes beyond just meaning, When I have a ring, it goes beyond just meaning a ring that means something beautiful on my finger. It has a deeper association, it has a deeper understanding of who I am and what I would like to achieve in life. And as a result, let's learn, can we change, if we change the meanings, would that lead us to changing the state of who we are, of the state of something we want to be or achieve, okay? So let's see. What would be your quest today, okay? What would be your goal? I'm going to continue the same goal I had last time. I like to do that. I like to choose a goal and draw with it for like a week, because it gives a deeper transformation to certain quest or goal I'm trying to achieve. It's actually a wonderful practice that I am actually planning to do it. I was planning to post today or tomorrow. The schedule, we're gonna host a Neuro Diary, which is a 21-day practice when every day we draw something for a duration of 21 days, one single topic. Choose a topic and keep drawing NeuroGraphic on it for 21 days. Now, in order to do that, you must have either a certification in the basics course, or you must pass the basics course, even if you don't. I know some people take it without certification, but you must be familiar with the algorithm for removing limitations. We mentioned it today, that when we draw NeuroGraphic, what we try to do is remove the limitations within us. And that brings changes to the environment around us. So in order to join that coaching group, that coaching kind of practice, you do have to learn how to draw, removing limitations, okay? And that's something we actually learn within the basics course. So now, again, my goal will be summer vacation with family, okay? So remember, whenever we start a topic in NeuroGraphica, the very first thing we do is find what is within us. What is the association I have with this topic, okay? When I say summer vacation with family, what does it mean to me? I'm going to start the 2-minute timer. And this is important to remember during this practice. We write down everything that comes to us on the paper. It's important to bring it to the paper, bring it into the open. Don't just let it stay within us and just slide away, kind of, no, or hide further in. Any thought I have, any emotion, maybe some body sensation, you know, something that I start feeling my fingers or my feet, I write it down. Any thoughts, even if it's not something that may have to do with it. Let's say I start having an idea, I want to fly or I want to dance. It doesn't seem like it has anything to do with my topic. Doesn't matter. You don't get to decide now, okay? You don't get to choose. For now, just kind of watching. You know how people, when they do meditation, they kind of watch their thoughts and they let them slide by. If you ever practice, you know, this is one of the things you learn how to do, right? So you don't get attached to the thought too much and get kind of fixated, but rather just meditate, just be within the moment. I kind of want you to do that, but in a writing system, okay? Everything that comes to your mind, to your emotions, anything that comes to you now for the next 2 minutes, just note it down, okay? Don't stop for a second. You should be writing the whole 2 minutes. Okay, ready, set, go. 2 minutes started. Mm-hmm. 2 minutes has passed. I have something in my mind lingering, so I just want to finish that. I feel like I want to bring it out, and that's about it. Now we stop. Now let's understand what's happening here, right? Within the light of what we discussed today. What we just did is we took the topic, something that interests us, right? Something we're looking to achieve, something we're looking to attain, to complete, right? Something we want to bring within our life, okay? I mean, I already have a summer vacation with family. What am I looking for? I already have it. And when I start writing my thoughts, I start uncovering what are the associations, understandings, meanings I have with all of these words. And again, sometimes you get words and meanings that are not openly, or not directly logically associated, right? Like if I have an idea about my job, you can tell me, Lana, that's not associated with a vacation. Vacation, by definition, is the opposite of a job. Now, for those of you who say that, I just want to let you know, my job is, I enjoy my job. I am a workaholic in the best possible sense of the word, because I truly enjoy my job. And, I am a positive workaholic, let's put it this way. I create with my job. My job is teaching NeuroGraphica, bringing various transformational practices, right? It's not, by the way, just NeuroGraphica. It's really many various things, like right now, I developed a Ho'oponopono-based integrative practice that I'm planning to integrate within NeuroGraphica and create a course, which is very fascinating. Again, working further to remove the limitations. Look at all of the words. Remember what we did last time? We're going to do the same thing. The first thing you do is you count the number of words. Why? Because this will allow you to see the progress. How is your association uncovering within your conscious, unconscious, subconscious when it comes to finding meanings, okay? Now remember, I've been practicing since 2018. Right? Ever since I learned how to do NeuroGraphica professionally, I started practicing this wonderful practice of brainstorming, finding meanings that are associated with certain words or goals or topics within my life. Your goal is to have at least 20 words. If you have less, that's okay. What that means is that you will be working to improve this practice, to bring out more, okay? Guys, this is not like, the most integrated part. Like if you don't do this, you cannot go further. It doesn't work like that in NeuroGraphica. NeuroGraphica is a building practice. It's a live method. We learn, we practice, we grow. And that's a never-ending circle, okay? Learn, practice, grow. Learn, practice, grow. Transform, okay? I'm going to count my words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 52 words, which is great. I think the last time I had also like in the 50s. I do want to tell you that maybe like a few months ago, my general word count would be around 40s. Again, when I started, I would always start with like 15 to 20 words. And then again, with practice, you improve. You are generating meanings, bringing out the meanings within you improves with your practice. The more you do it, the better. Just want to let you know, I have this jump from 40 years to 50 years now. Is for the last 3 weeks, I've been having a private group, right? Some people approached me and they wanted to learn, because I was telling them about this Ho'oponopono practice that I discovered, and a good friend of mine, she brought her friend, and we are going through the individual practice. There's like a small group, 3 of us, where I teach them how to use Ho'oponopono on a deeper level. Making this list is a part of that practice. Again, for the last 3 weeks, I've been doing this every single day. Just want to let you know, fine, I miss one day. Okay, Saturdays, I don't do it. I give myself a break. But I kind of do this in my mind, okay? But just want to let you know, this does improve with practice, okay? Just want to bring that out to you. Now, we're going to the second part. We already found the meanings. We understand that those meanings contain a certain state of our mind, right? If I wrote the word excited, that brings a certain state of my mind, that brings an emotion of excitement as association with this topic. Now, what I'm going to tell you now, go through your list, find the words that are significant to you, that are meaningful to you. So what we're doing is we're going through the meanings and start kind of picking and choosing the words that we feel will be the most, maybe the most helpful or the most meaningful as an association with our topic, okay? That's what I wanted to explain to you. If your topic, whatever your topic is, what are the words that you feel? Now let's even go further. Let's find two categories. Category number one would be to see if you have any words. Okay, I want to teach you how to find meanings that contain various states of mind, okay? And it doesn't have to be only states of mind. It can be various states. It can be states of emotion, states of mind, you know. When we is what I'm saying, it's, I kind of translated this 10 principles, but there's a group that we consult, you know, I formed a group that we kind of discuss this and find the best possible translation for all the terms in NeuroGraphica. Meanings contain states. Now I'm thinking it doesn't necessarily have to be states of mind, even though the full translation meanings contain states of mind. But remember, when we deal with NeuroGraphic, we deal with three different sides. It's mind, thoughts, it's emotions, and it's body sensation. It has to be on all those three levels. Maybe tomorrow, in the tomorrow session, I'll explain to you why it has to be all those three levels. What's the meaning to that? But at this point, let's figure out what various states do we have within us, whether it comes to the state of mind, the thoughts, the emotions, or the body sensations, okay? The first level, okay, the first category, I want you to find some words. See if you have any words that are maybe negative. I often have people who tell me, what if I have negative words in my list? You know, like I'm sad, I am lonely, I am unhappy, I am uncomfortable, or I hate somebody, you know. Can you find? So how about this? Let's do this first level. Find the words that you don't like. Remember, usually we find the word that we are finding most meaningful. That's what we did last time. This time, I want to go deeper within this practice. Find the words that you are not comfortable, that you feel like, it might hold you back from attaining or achieving your goal. Okay. Give me a second again. I want to just kind of go to the Facebook. Okay. Hi, Lana. Yes, I see your message. Yeah. For some reason, I cannot always see the comments when they're posted in live. Because I did see a few comments later on from last session. And I was wondering why I didn't see them live. Let me see something. If I can, let me see if I can go to a certain page. Maybe if I go on my actual page, I will be able to see it. One second, everybody. Just want to make sure, because I know, Lana, you saying it's okay if I answer it later, but maybe somebody needs to know if you have any questions or you want, have something, because we're doing a very important practice now. So I definitely want to make sure that, 1 second, everybody. Just want to make sure I do see you. Oh, you asked about the absolute. Okay. You know what? We will be discussing this further on during the 7 steps in NeuroGraphica. Okay. Yes, I found the place where I can actually see your comments. Yes. When we talk about the absolute, it is compared to Jung's individuated self. Absolutely. Absolute, when Pavel Piskaryov, who created the 7 levels of pyramid of unconsciousness, yes, his absolute is a drive or the individuation. Exactly. Just want to let you know, all of those of you who are, yes, I see that, Ilona. Yes, just want to let you know, guys, that NeuroGraphica is heavily based on the Jungian psychological approach, okay, the Jungian approach in psychology. Ideas from the consciousness, subconsciousness, archetypes, the self, the drive, the absolute, individuation, all of those terms are based upon Jungian approach. Absolutely. Okay, guys? Yes. Just want to let those of you know. Now, those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, let's say you're not a psychology background, right? I actually have a psychology background, but my psychology background is more like master's level, right? I never did receive my PhD, something I'm thinking about now. So I'm actually, when I started hearing all those terms, I went back, and my psychology background is more developmental, working with children. And I actually went back and I started learning more in order to understand it. So yes, I will be bringing more understanding of archetypes, individuation, self. I will be discussing some Jungian terms further on when I do more open sessions in the future, okay? Because I know for some people, it may be like a bit like, what do you mean by that, okay? So don't worry, honestly, you don't have to be a psychologist to practice NeuroGraphica. You don't have to know Jung and all of his terms. You don't, I promise you, okay? NeuroGraphica is so accessible to everybody. Such an amazing practice, and it's really open to people from all kind of backgrounds. You don't have to be a psychologist, you don't have to be an artist. I have colleagues who learned with me in 2018 when I was studying to become an instructor and coach. I have a colleague, a good friend of mine. She's a nail technician. She works in the as a as a manicurist. Oh, guys, you should see the beautiful nails she created when she started putting NeuroGraphica style. How people decorate their nails. She started doing it with a NeuroGraphica style. It's so beautiful. So, guys, anybody can achieve this, okay? All you have to do is open your mind and just open your, open your experience. Let's get back to our practice, okay? So when we start the categorization, oh, okay, yes. Lana, you're also studying Jung, yes. It's a state of mind like Jung's complexes. I would say the state of mind, I think the word mind, I would take away the word mind and I would say the state of anything. Why I don't want to focus on just mind, because we really have sometimes states of emotions. When we say states, it's the way you feel or what you think right now, what you're experiencing within your body. That is your state, okay? If I put my hands together and I breathe in and breathe out and listen to my body, I will hear, what am I experiencing? When we say state, it means to what is your experience right now. Breathing in and breathing out, I experience my hands, right? The soles of my hands together. I experience some kind of curiosity, if we're talking about feelings. And if we're talking about thoughts, I'm experiencing understanding, like I'm trying to understand something, okay? So when we talk about state, it really has to do with your specific experience within this specific moment. okay? So step number first, I hope I'm answering your question, Lana. At this point, I would like to, again, let's go through your list. Find something you feel would be either negative, not comfortable, something that would hold you back from achieving your goal, okay? Something like you would put as a minus, okay? Let's do this. Something negative that we have, let's underline it, okay? Don't circle it. We're going to circle something positive. We're going to underline something negative. Take like a few seconds, just go through it. I'm trying to see if I have anything negative. I'm already trained in doing it the right way, in bringing out the truth is all my words are more positive because, again, because I've been practicing for so long, my mind automatically just brings the best possible ideas. But I do want you to look through your note because you may have differently. Like I said, I have people, students, clients who do have negative words. Just underline them. Okay. Okay. Let me know if you finished. Well, actually, probably going to do this in video. So what I am going to do is just take those words that you feel are more negative, more like holding you back. And now I want you to go to, okay, the first category was negative. The second category, let's bring out, why don't you circle all the words? Choose 5 to 6 major words. Don't do all of them because, like in my case, all of them are positive words. But I want you to focus, bring out 5 to 6 words that are very positive, that are very meaningful, that will be helpful for you to achieve your goal, okay? I just had another word that came to my mind and I'm going to write it down. Okay, again, 5 words. I would say maximum 5. Don't even go to 6. You don't want too many, focusing is good. The less, the better. Okay, I even had 4, and that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have 5 words. Now, pay attention to how when you look at the negative words, what are the states? What are the experience? What do you experience when you look at the words? Those experiences are the associations or the meanings that are associated with those words, okay? So let's say if you have, let's say, just as an example, if somebody has a word, sadness, okay? Now, if I'm writing, my topic is summer vacation with family, sadness is not something I feel relevant to this topic. So I would underline it. Then what I would do is I would think, is there any way I can transform this word? And this is where, this is where you come in as a human being, as an adult. Human beings have choices. Women will constantly make choices in life. What would be the choice? Would you choose to be sad when it comes to summer vacation with family? Or would you choose to be what? What is the opposite of this word? How can you change this word to mean something good and positive that would be contributed to your goal? Okay, for me, it would be, instead of being sad, I would choose to be joyful, right? Maybe happy, right? Don't worry, be happy, right? The famous song. So this is what I would like to show you. You can choose the states you're experiencing. Whatever meanings, right? If I have a word, meaning that I feel would not contribute in a good, positive way to my goal, I can choose to add another meaning that would be positive, happy, joyous, more fulfilling is the word, right? We're looking for fulfillment, right? More fulfilling for my goal. And that's what I would like to bring your attention to. How you can do it, because if I choose this meaning, it will contain the state of sadness, sorrow, bringing me down, not fulfilling what I want to achieve within my summer vacation with the family. I want to achieve excitement, laughter, joy, saying, I love it, the development within me, right? Because we know love and joy and excitement brings an inner development, enjoyment again. Okay, swimming, right? For me, swimming has, again, further meanings, right? Swimming is fun, it's sensorial, a sensory integrative, it's very good for my body, it's good for my soul, right? Lots of interesting meanings with just one word. I can choose. This is what I want to teach you when it comes to the second principle in NeuroGraphica. We're not drawing today. I wanted you to focus on this specific exercise, learning how on the level of words, right, images, you can choose. Do you want to be sad or do you want to be joyful? You are becoming, every time we draw, because further on we will explore this, right? Let's say when we draw NeuroGraphica, we explore this further on within our drawing. When we draw, do we bring the word sadness? No. We bring the word that we find to be positive. And what we can do is, and what I would suggest, I can't usually do this within, let's say, a session when I do a group session. When I work with a client one-on-one, that's exactly what we work with. I transfer the sadness. We work on finding what would be the positive way. And there's also another technique that it's not a NeuroGraphica technique, but again, within NeuroGraphica, and that's another program we're going to start in September, where I will be leading NeuroGraphica courses, purely NeuroGraphica, and then I will be leading courses where it's NeuroGraphica with another coaching tool, like let's say what I mentioned, Ho'oponopono. I spoke about labyrinths before, right? I love labyrinths. I'm studying them now. They're amazing. Combining them with NeuroGraphica really brings like a double transformation. What we do is we learn within any practice we have is to accept. Now, I have a certain practice. If you want, I can teach you. Some of people know how to do this. I use this this came from Kesef, the psychology of money integrative practice, that I am a trainer. I'm a certified trainer to lead. And here's what you can say. I'm aware and I acknowledge the feeling of sadness, and I give it place and space within my mind, within my heart and my emotions, within my body, and within my life. And then you do breathing in, breathing out. Usually people, when they do, after saying this phrase, and they do breathing in and breathing out, they actually feel like some sensation within their body, like something is leaving them. Once you acknowledge something, you no longer have an attachment to it. It no longer tries to get your attention, and it's easier to transform it. And then once you transform it, let's say sadness into joyful and happy, I'm going to circle it. This is what I choose to bring in within my life, within my topic. If I draw, let's say, if I decide to draw a NeuroGraphic picture, I would bring this meaning because it brings me to the state that I am looking for to achieve within my goal. Okay. Let me see. Negative list, is the whole negative list considered state of mind or each individual state of mind? Okay. Each word individually is a state, not the mind. Okay. I'm going to take away the word mind, Lana. I would say just use the word state because it can be, because let's say sadness is not necessarily just a state of mind, it's also an emotion. Okay. Again, there's some meaning gets lost within the translation, but as much as possible, the translation would be meanings contain states. It can be states of mind, states of emotion. Okay. When we discuss the meaning, we're discussing both. First, we discuss the general meaning. In general, when I just started thinking, my topic is summer vacation with family. As I did the brainstorming, I started bringing out individual thoughts. As I focused on this specific thought, I started transforming. So to answer your question, you start on a general level and then you get more individual, okay? That's usually how everything in life works, right? In general, I start saying, I want to buy a house. That's a general thought that enters my mind. It's a desire, right? And if we talk about Kabbalistic state, it would be like on a crown level, I get a desire, right? Or even chakra system. But then it gets more individual. If you come and you tell me, Lana, I want to buy a house, I'm going to ask you a question, not one, but many. I'm going to ask you, why do you want to buy a house? Where do you want to buy a house? How many bedrooms do you want? How many bathrooms do you want? Would you like it to be in the city or in the rural, would you like it to be an apartment or an actual standalone house, or is it a townhome? Do you want a backyard? You'll be surprised. Many people don't want a backyard, but some people want a big backyard or a small backyard. You see how many questions we can have, how many individualization I'm going into? So yes, the first thing, the whole negative list is considered a state of mind? No. Each word individually, because we're not looking at the whole list as a state of mind. We're looking at each individual word, and each individual word should be transformed. Okay. Here I did one example. I transformed sadness into joyful and happy. Okay. I transformed the meaning. I transformed the meaning I want to bring to my goal. I have that choice. I have that power. This is what I would like to teach you. This is what the second principle means. Second principle means we have a choice to choose what states do we want to be in. I want to be in a state of happiness, joy, enjoyment, loving it, laughter, excitement when I want to achieve my goal. Okay? Yeah, absolutely, Lana. Our words represent states, but if I say that, that doesn't make my sense unless I say our words have meanings, and those meanings contain states. The word excitement is a meaning for my goal, and the word excitement contains a state of an emotion. It's an emotion. Excitement is an emotion. Yes, some people can say, we can have a philosophical discussion for hours about how it can also be a state of mind. But for the purpose of NeuroGraphica, where we learn to differentiate the meanings into thoughts, emotions, and body sensations. And remember, I'm sure you probably, I know you didn't take the basics with me, but you took the specialist with me, and that's what we do in the specialist. Remember, every single algorithm we learned, I would always make sure you guys understand that we always practice a phenomenological practice. We always figure out what are my thoughts, what are my emotions, what are my body sensations. It's so important. Like I said, maybe tomorrow I'm going to look at the topic tomorrow, and I will explain why it has to be through those three filters. Why can't I just be, whatever, just my thought or just the state? It has to be the more thorough, the more you understand, the better you will be able to explain, especially you, Lana, as a future instructor, right? So the more you understand that if I just say summer vacation with family has a state, and I'm thinking, what is my state? State of what? Unless I do the list, unless I uncover this excitement, laughter, joy. Laughter, by the way, is also body sensation, right? Let's say within that individual session that I've been leading for the last 3 weeks, we have a minute of pure laughter. We just laugh nonstop. That's a body sensation, guys. To me, laughter, it's not just a state of mind, or it's not just an emotion. It's an actual physical sensation, actual laughing out. Okay. Joyful, happy, swimming, right? That can be a body sensation. See what I'm saying? It's important to have meanings first, and then those meanings contain the state. Those meanings kind of have the states incorporated within them. Okay, guys? If you have any questions about it, this is very interesting, very philosophical topic. I know. Ilona, thank you for all your amazing questions. I think people are going to be very happy reading your questions and hearing my answers because, it's a very interesting, philosophical, maybe somewhat confusing, right? When you say meanings contain states, or in this case, states of mind. I'm actually going to take away the word mind because I think it's really just states. It can be mind, emotions, right? Or bodies. It can mean so many different things. I want you to know the more you understand, the better it will be your transformation within NeuroGraphica. And tomorrow, we will go further. Now, remember what I said in the beginning, in the very first session on Sunday, I believe, that each principle is built upon the previous ones, okay? It's like a sequence. Tomorrow, we will discuss the problems are, the third principle, problems are the creation of our thinking mind, okay? And again, we're going to kind of reiterate what we did today, but we're going to go further, okay? We're going to discuss why do we have different meanings? Why do I have joy, excitement, and then I have the word sadness here? Okay, that's something we will learn tomorrow. Today, I would like to thank you for your, thank you, Lana. I truly do enjoy also giving this in-depth exploration. What do you do with the positive ones? You keep them, you enjoy them. And I only did the sorting of negative and positive just for the sake of today's session. Okay, and again, when we do this in the class, like a group session, we really focus on the positive. We take the positive ones and we start incorporating them as resources within our NeuroGraphic drawing. Let's say when I work one-on-one with a client, I teach them how to take a negative word and transform it into a positive. Similar to what I did today. Sadness turned into joyful. The positive ones are you just keep them. They're great. You don't need to transform them. You just use them. The positive words are used as resources into NeuroGraphic drawing. Okay, please. Again, do you write your questions? I will be happy to answer them. Okay. And I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the third principle. Second. Just want to say goodbye to you in person. I'm here. Just want to say goodbye to you in person. I thank you so much for joining me for this wonderful session where we learned to discuss what is meanings, what are meanings, what does the word meanings mean, what are meanings in general, when we discuss them when it comes to our mind work, and how we can bring different state, differentiate, find out what are the states and meanings, and how can we even transform them, okay? Time flew, yes, absolutely. I also felt that way, absolutely. But we're going to continue tomorrow, okay, guys? We'll continue this topic. We'll discuss more tomorrow, because tomorrow is actually the topic about what we started today, that what problems are really the creation of our mind, okay? I thank you for your attention and looking forward to seeing more of you. Goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your wonderful summer day.